How many of you remember your grandparents, your parents, maybe a TT or an uncle that told you, go somewhere and sit down, get somewhere and sit down, go somewhere and sit down? How many of you grew up in that culture, that family? Well, that's what we're talking about on this morning. In fact, this morning I began this 5 lesson series on the sabbatical. As many of you know, I'm on sabbatical, have been since all of July, and I'm coming to the end of this sabbatical, the end of this month. I'll be back in the pulpit preaching on the first Sunday of September, just a few days from now. I thought that since we're coming up on our Sabbath Sunday, this coming Sunday, it would be good that you really grabbed a hold of what this means through the lens of my own experience of sabbatical. Sabbatical, Sabbath, they're one and the same. They are two sides of the same coin, if you will. One side is sabbatical, the other is Sabbath, but they are two sides of the same coin. And I believe by sharing my lessons learned, then you will be looking forward to this coming Sunday. You're not drifting off to sleep, drifting off somewhere. Oh, I'm going to go because I need to be in a place. Because I did read the surveys. And some of you, the majority of you, really thought that it was good the last fifth Sunday. Some of you, and you have every right to your opinion and thoughts about it. But I believe some, not all, miss what this is about. So let me be transparent. Let me be transparent and help you with respect to sharing the lessons that I've learned during this sabbatical as I come to the end of my sabbatical. So that's what I want to share. And today, I'll say it if you're just joining me. Today, I want you to grab this. Go somewhere and sit down. Go somewhere and sit down. Yeah. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this down. I want you to get that. But in your mind right now, I need you to let that sink in, take root, and I'm going to water it every day, every morning of this week. Now, I might mess around and do a live on you because some of y'all need to get this. But right now, just take this right now. Go somewhere and sit down. Please. Please. That's what Sabbath is about. That's what sabbatical is about. And I'm going to break it down. And I hope you get what I'm talking about. And then I hope you move from hearing to doing. Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day. Go somewhere and sit down. Get somewhere and sit down. Let me break this down for you. My lessons learned from the sabbatical that I'm currently coming to the end of, and I want to share and be transparent. Please permit me that. The text to talk, the takeaway. The text is Mark 6:31. Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did you hear what I just said? Jesus talking. Come with me, talking to the disciples, the apostles, by yourselves to a quiet place and get some, in other words, get somewhere and sit down. Put that in the chat area right now. Share it right now. It's going to be a little long because I need to be transparent and open with you on this morning. I had to get quiet to hear me. First lesson. did. What did I hear? This was my first ever sabbatical. I thought I was stepping away from work. What I'm discovering is that God was inviting me to step closer to Him and take a closer look at me. Reading the Gospels is one of the things that I gave myself to do, the discipline that I said that I was going to do. I was going to reread the Gospels. Working through a book, reading a book by Ruth Haley Barton, Strengthening the Soul of Your Leadership. Put it in the chat area. Here are the things, the discipline that I put myself to. And I know many of you, let me just help you. When you think of sabbatical, when you thought of Bishop, you and First Lady going on sabbatical, yeah, go vacation. No, a sabbatical and a vacation is two different things, though there are some elements of vacation in a sabbatical, but they are not the same thing. I know that it is the trend now of pastors throughout the country going on sabbatical, and here, there, Cancun, that there, all of this, that, and this, all of that is wonderful, but there's a deeper dive than that. That's the dive I chose to go. So I reread and I was rereading the Gospels, and hang in here with me, don't go anywhere. Reading a book, put the title in the chat area, Strengthening the Soul of Your Leadership, and journaling, praying, reflecting, resting. For the first time in my life, I think I rested on a Sunday. One of the most wonderful things ever is I discovered to sleep beyond 4:30 and 5 o'clock. Wow. Journaling, praying, reflecting, resting, and simply being quiet have taught me something about me. Want to hear about me? Stay here. Don't go nowhere. A little long, but I need you to grab this. You see, you can spend your life doing things for God and still need uninterrupted time to simply be with God. Bishop, three things. First thing, withdrawal. Sometimes you have to leave the noise to hear God. I had to withdraw. Jesus regularly withdrew from crowds, demands, and even withdrew from the disciples to pray. I did that. It was totally different. I had to disengage. Newsflash, there was some Sundays I couldn't watch the service because watching engaged me, not for my learning or growing, but what is this? Why is that? Where's the camera? Why isn't it on this? Why is it to do? Why not? So I had to say, I can't watch. I had to withdraw. I'm learning that withdrawal isn't abandonment of your assignment. That's a tough thing for me. Sometimes withdrawal protects your ability to fulfill it. Yeah, that's tough for me. I'm learning that. I'm learning that. Second thing is right. Is right. You can see right there. Let me show you. Let me see. There you go. You see on this shelf here, right here on this shelf. Those are all journals. I love to journal. Those are not used. The ones that are filled, I just took them. I finished 2 journals, and I took them, and guess what? I I put them in my bank safety deposit box. Why? because I want them to stay there safely. And in my will, I say to my children, I want you to read them. I want you to read them so you can grow from them. So I write, withdraw, withdrew, and I wrote. So when I slow down enough to write, I can't hide behind the sermon, the meeting schedule, the agenda, the title, or next responsibility. The page asks a different question. What happens in your soul? And when I write openly. And I always open with Dear God. Yeah. Third thing, rest. Rest. I said it. I will tell you one of the things that just was so pleasurable, continues to be, is that to sleep past 4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah, that's been my time. To sleep past that. Still get my exercise in. Still do those things. And not feel guilty about it. Took me probably the better part of 5 weeks or so not to feel guilty about sleeping beyond 5 o'clock, 5:30, to still be in the bed at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Just telling you. To rest. Not just to rest physically, though, to rest mentally. To stop thinking about this, that, and the other. I'm wrestling with that. I'm better now. I'm learning that physical rest isn't laziness. Mental rest isn't irresponsibility. And spiritual rest isn't inactivity. Jesus says, come here, guys. Get somewhere and sit down. I learned that, and I am learning that in this sabbatical, and I want to encourage you as we move forward to our Sabbath Sunday. Don't drift off to another church, say, oh, I'm going to visit it. No, don't do that. Not that I'm going to put that down but what I'm trying to simply say is there are some things that needs to happen when we stop, rest, and get in his presence. I got more tomorrow. I hope my transparency doesn't chase you away. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. God bless you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with some more morning manna. Now go somewhere and sit down. God bless you. Bye now.